I think we're watching PC gaming slowly become a luxury hobby in real time. A lot of people still haven't realized how bad the situation is getting, because it's not just GPUs anymore, but now RAM prices are climbing, SSDs are getting more expensive, handheld gaming PCs are becoming absurdly overpriced, and somehow a Steam Deck is starting to look like a premium luxury device instead of the affordable handheld that it was supposed to be. That should immediately set off alarm bells, because the Steam Deck used to represent the opposite of modern tech greed: affordable, consumer friendly, and actually good value. But now even Valve is getting caught in the insane AI-driven hardware economy, and once you really start looking into what's happening behind the scenes, it gets way worse than most gamers realize, because the AI industry isn't just changing software anymore, but it's consuming the entire hardware market. I never thought we'd get to the point where people are casually discussing a handheld gaming PC approaching laptop prices. That's insane. Like, the entire reason the Steam Deck exploded in popularity was because it felt reasonable. It felt like Valve finally understood gamers. Instead of overpriced gimmicks or locked ecosystems, corporate nonsense, Valve basically said, here's a portable game PC that's actually affordable. And people loved that. The Steam Deck felt refreshing because modern hardware had already become ridiculous. GPUs were absurd, gaming laptops were absurd, and even basic PC upgrades started hurting financially. The deck felt like an escape from all of that, but now prices are climbing, storage upgrades cost more, memory costs are rising, and suddenly the value proposition starts getting shaky. And before people blame Valve entirely, this problem is way, way bigger than Valve, because the entire hardware industry is starting to warp around AI demand. This is the part most consumers still don't fully understand. AI companies are buying hardware at a scale that completely breaks normal consumer markets. And I don't mean they buy a lot. I mean, they are consuming resources at levels regular gamers literally cannot compete with. Think about what modern AI actually needs: massive GPU clusters, massive VRAM pools, massive memory bandwidth, and huge SSD storage systems, entire server farms running 24/7. AI models eat hardware like crazy, and because AI companies are backed by billions of dollars in investor money, they can pay basically anything. That changes everything, because once giant corporations start paying insane prices for hardware infrastructure, manufacturers stop caring about consumers, and honestly, why would they? If a company can sell enterprise hardware for ridiculous profit margins, why focus on affordable gaming products? That's the direction the industry is moving right now, and gamers are absolutely starting to feel it. You know what this reminds me of? The crypto mining disaster. And if you were building PCs during that era, you already know how miserable it was. GPUs disappeared overnight, and scalpers took over everything. Prices doubled and sometimes even tripled. And for years, people couldn't buy reasonable graphics cards. Now, imagine that situation, except this time the demand is coming from trillion-dollar tech companies instead of crypto bros in garages. That's what makes this scarier. Crypto eventually crashed, but AI is becoming the center of the entire tech industry. That means companies are treating AI infrastructure as essential long-term investment. This isn't temporary hype anymore. This is becoming the new priority of Silicon Valley itself, and gaming consumers are slowly getting pushed lower and lower on the priority list. This is something people don't talk about enough. Nvidia barely feels like a gaming company now. Gaming used to be the main event. Now every keynote is AI, AI, AI. Server hardware, enterprise solutions, data centers, and machine learning. Gaming almost feels secondary now. And look, from a business perspective, I get it. AI money is absurd, but from a consumer perspective, it sucks ass, because gamers help build these companies. PC gamers turned Nvidia into a giant, and now it feels like we're being treated like side customers compared to enterprise AI clients. That's why GPU prices feel so disconnected from reality now. The market priorities changed, and honestly, I don't think they're changing back anytime soon. This is where things get really, really bad. Most gamers focus entirely on GPUs, but memory and storage are becoming a huge issue too. AI systems require insane amounts of memory bandwidth, which means manufacturers are prioritizing specialized high-profit memory production for the AI hardware. That affects everything downstream. Consumer RAM prices rise, VRAM becomes more expensive, SSDs become more expensive, and suddenly even basic upgrades start feeling painful. Remember when adding more RAM to your PC felt cheap? Because I know I do. Like, those days might be ending. Actually, they're pretty much gone. And that's terrifying, because memory impacts literally every part of modern gaming hardware. Handhelds, consoles, GPUs, gamer laptops, literally everything. That's part of why devices like the Steam Deck are getting hit so hard, because compact gaming hardware depends heavily on memory and storage pricing staying reasonable. And right now, nothing about this market is reasonable anymore. Honestly, the entire hobby is becoming exhausting financially. Every generation is more expensive. Every mid-range GPU costs high-end money. Every upgrade feels harder to justify. And now developers are demanding more hardware than ever. I mean, when I bought my RTX 5080, I paid a premium of about £500 extra for the actual market price, which is insane because 5080 at launch was probably around about 1200, and I think I paid about 1700 for mine. Is ridiculous. Games launch poorly optimized, VRAM requirements keep climbing, storage sizes are insane. Meanwhile, consumers are expected to buy expensive GPUs, buy more RAM, buy big SSDs, upgrade CPUs constantly. At some point, people just tap out. And I think we're getting dangerously close to the point, because when average consumers start feeling locked out of gaming hardware, the entire ecosystem eventually suffers. This is what makes the Steam Deck situation so depressing. Handheld PCs felt like hope. Seriously, the Steam Deck reminded people why PC gaming was exciting again. Affordable experimentation, portable gaming freedom, and access to huge libraries. It felt consumer first in a way that the industry desperately needed, and now even that category is getting dragged into insane pricing territory. ROG Ally prices are high, Legion Go prices are high, and Steam Deck prices are rising, and suddenly portable PC gaming starts looking less accessible again. That completely changes the vibe, because the whole handheld movement felt exciting, specifically because it wasn't absurdly expensive at first. This is the uncomfortable truth. The tech industry right now is not focused on consumers, it's focused on investors. AI became the new gold rush. Every company wants to look like the next trillion-dollar AI empire. Every executive wants to promise AI transformation. And because investors are throwing money at AI, hardware priority has shifted almost overnight. Consumers are no longer the center of the market. Enterprise demand is. And when corporations are willing to spend billions on infrastructure, regular people simply lose leverage. That's why prices feel insane, because the market isn't optimizing around affordability anymore. It's optimizing around maximum profit extraction. I honestly think we're entering a dangerous era for gaming hardware, because if this trend continues, PC gaming risks becoming increasingly elitist. Not intentionally, not maliciously, just economically. If every decent GPU costs a fortune, if RAM prices stay inflated, if handhelds become premium products, eventually younger gamers stop entering the ecosystem, and that matters because gaming survives on accessibility. That's why consoles exploded, and that's why original Steam Deck mattered. Affordable hardware grows communities, expensive hardware shrinks them, and right now the industry feels like it's drifting towards exclusivity instead of accessibility. The saddest thing about all of this is that PC gaming used to feel exciting, building PCs used to feel creative, upgrading used to feel achievable, new hardware used to feel fun. Now every hardware announcement feels stressful, to be honest. How much is this going to cost? Will it even stay in stock? Do I need to sell a kidney for VRAM? Do I need to take out a loan just to pay for this thing? And meanwhile, giant AI corporations continue vacuuming out resources faster than normal consumers can keep up. Maybe the market stabilizes eventually, maybe production catches up, but right now, it honestly feels like the hardware industry is slowly being rebuilt around AI, while gamers are getting left behind. And if companies don't start remembering who actually built the PC gaming market in the first place, this situation is only gonna get worse. So if you're a PC gamer, buckle up, because you're in for a hell of a ride.